Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Can Keithie Take the Heat? I'm your host, Keithie Langston. So this week, I'm going to do kind of we're going to have a little bit of a two-part episode. The first part of the episode, I want to get together a very good weekly dinner that you can make for people in your house, yourself, however you want to do that. And it's real simple. It's only going to take really 5 minutes to prepare, and then you let it cook in the oven, and it's pretty much done to go. It is a chicken dish. This is not technically in the cookbook, the JR cookbook, or any other cookbook, but it's one that I like to do, especially if you're looking to have just kind of a no carb or low carb, really good meal just to kind of, for a good weeknight. This is a good weeknight meal, and the good thing is that it can also be a lunchtime meal the next day because you're going to make 2 chicken breasts, and you may not eat both of them if you're by yourself or if you have somebody. So I have a little bit of a little Pyrex 8x8 dish. That's probably only going to be what I'm going to need. I'm going to put some olive oil in it just to kind of coat. And you can also do, if you have one of these little fancy silicone brushes, you can obviously run this around to kind of get it. With an 8x8, I would recommend kind of oiling the sides, just because, it's not going to have as much area to spread out on the pan or on the dish. So you want to make sure that everything doesn't stick to it. Now, what I'm going to do here is I also have an onion and a couple of cloves of garlic that I'm going to slice up the onion, and I'm going to kind of crush the garlic to add a little bit more flavor to it. But I'll do that in a second. So the thing that I did is I have 2 chicken breasts that I marinated in this Grillmate Zesty Herb. This stuff, I will tell you, is fantastic. Now, you can either marinate this. It's a 15-minute marinade. It has, you add oil, vegetable oil, white wine or white vinegar, and then water, and then you put the seasoning in. You can marinate this with your veggies if you're doing kebabs, or if you want to just do vegetables in general. You could do chicken, you could do beef, you could do anything. I love this stuff. It's almost as good as well as just the powder form that you can throw onto whatever it is that you're cooking. So you don't even have to necessarily marinate it. But I did. I marinated a couple of chicken breasts in here, and I'm just going to go ahead and take them out and put them, like I said, into my oiled pan. And this is a little tight fix, but it's okay. I'm going to cook them. They're a little thick too. So definitely I would preheat the oven. I'm going to do 425 for about a half an hour. And then I'm going to check them and see where they're at. You want to just make sure you cook to the internal temperature of 165 and call it that. Now, the other thing I'm going to add to this is a can of fire roasted diced tomatoes. You just want to kind of just throw those in there, along with a can of cannelli beans or cannellini beans. These are just your white beans. And really what I'm doing is I'm just adding them in so that I can have them roast with the chicken. And this is literally just a chicken and bean dish. And I probably could have used the bigger pan, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. It'll all end up in the end. It'll all work out. Yeah, I could have done a 9x13. So, but you know what? We're rustic here. And you guys don't care if I make a little bit of a snafu or a mid-show. So what I'm going to do is real simple. I'm going to pour this into my other dish. And actually, it doesn't matter if you put the chicken breasts on top or not, because they're going to cook, and then the juices will all mingle. All right. Should have done that to begin with, Keith. All right, so what I'm going to do here now is I'll lower my camera so you can see what I'm doing. And, all right, so I got a couple of cloves of garlic. I took the skin off of them, the paper off, and there's this little nub here, which is just the little root end. You just want to kind of clip that off. And then all you're going to do say I do with the other one, is this: is take your knife, put it on the blade, put the blade on the top of the clove, and hit it, and you're basically just smashing it open. Now, I'm doing that specifically because I just want the garlic to just kind of mix in. But when you roast it, a lot of times roasting the garlic, it's going to give it that extra. You can actually eat the garlic afterwards, and it's really good. So now I cut an onion in half, and you could use a red onion. I'm using a yellow onion. That's what I had. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to dice this, but I cut it in half, leave the root intact. You can actually cut the root off, because you don't need that. And then what I'm going to do is really just, I'm going to slice down, because what I want is I don't want diced onions, and I don't really want like chopped onions. I want what we call the French style. This is like the French style, hence the French onions, which I was talking about last episode, the French onion soup. And I'm just going to sprinkle this in here because I really want that onion. I want these onions to be kind of incorporated in the beans and then the fire roasted tomatoes. And I talked to you guys last episode about how I was going to cut some onions for you. Okay. And you can either slice the root off or you can just wait till the end. And then this is all set. This is basically prepared. And once that'll do is that'll get nice and roast. That'll roast nice. And I'm going to put this, and I did a 425, like I said, 425 degrees. I'm going to put it in here for about a half an hour and check the temperature then, and we'll see where we're at. All right, everybody, welcome back. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to check, see if this chicken is all done. Looks pretty good to me. All right. That's pretty solid right here, as you can see. So let me get my trusty meat thermometer. And like I said, you want to just make sure that the chicken breast registers 165. And it does. All right, cool. All right, sweet. So now that that's all done, we can go ahead and plate. And we're good to go. So like I said, what the recipe was, I had 2 chicken breasts that I marinated, and I'll tell you what it is again. It is one of the McCormick Grill Mates Zesty Herb 15-minute marinade mix. The marinade mix is really, it's 3 tablespoons of oil, half a cup of water, 3 tablespoons of white vinegar, and then either 2 pounds of veggies, chicken, pork, or seafood. Let that marinate 15 minutes overnight. Oh, another thing I did do is I tenderized the chicken breasts, and I have like a meat tenderizer. Now you can get any different kind. This one I have here, this is kind of cool. It's like a little, it pops up, so when you slam down, it kind of tenderizes the meat, puts a ton of holes in it. That helps the marinade kind of permeate into the chicken itself. So that kind of helps it out. And then I did a can of cannellini beans, a can of fire roasted tomatoes, diced tomatoes. I did 2 cloves of garlic, and I sliced up an onion. Like I said, you could do red onion, yellow onion. I did a yellow onion. You can do red onion would be really great, actually. And 425, half an hour, 40 minutes, give or take. It's good to go. So that's going to do it for this part. And I'm going to come back after the commercial break, and we're going to talk about the WrestleMania trip and the WrestleMania brunch that we had. And then also I have a little surprise for you as well for a upcoming holiday event that may be coming. So we'll be back.
There's just nothing like the great outdoors.
It's a corner of America, a picture from our past. It's quiet towns and rolling hills where time slows down at last.
The spirit of Massachusetts is the spirit of America. The spirit of the red, white, and blue. The spirit of Massachusetts is the spirit of America. The spirit that we want to share with you.
For your free Massachusetts vacation kit, call 1-800-624-MASS.
All right, everybody, welcome back. So I wanted to kind of quickly just go over a little bit of what we had done while we were in Las Vegas for WrestleMania weekend. One of the things that I know that I had talked about on the last episode is that we were going to be going to a brunch, and sure enough, we did. So we had gone on Sunday to the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas, and we went to a restaurant called the Wicked Spoon and had your regular Sunday buffet kind of fare. It was an amazing, amazing time. They had an amazing omelet station. They had the food station, the carving stations. They had all the different types of things you could possibly want. I am sorry I didn't take any pictures. I know I was going to take some pictures and try to get some video of us enjoying our food and our entertainment that we had there, but I completely forgot. Usually when I go on vacation, I will admit I am like the worst when it comes to like taking pictures and whatnot. Sorry, my cat is in the way. Dante, you're in the way. But it was it was an amazing experience. Where we had stayed, or rather where our seats were at the event in Allegiant Stadium, we had club seats, so we had an opportunity to have like kind of a separate section to get food and drinks, which was amazing as well. I had probably the best chicken fingers I've ever had at an event, which was pretty cool. And overall, it was an amazing time. I have kind of talked on other podcasts about my experience and everything, so I will just kind of share with everybody here that I had a wonderful time out there. The people that we have working with me as far as on podcasting through the Place to Be Nation or through the North-South Connection or even here on the Backbone are amazing, wonderful human beings. They're my family at this point. I love them to death. And I just couldn't be more happy with whom I went with on my trip. It was incredible. I will say that for another little surprise here. So coming up, as we pull the curtain back, we are filming this before Memorial Day weekend. It's going to drop before Memorial Day weekend. And if any of you are out going to barbecues or other kind of events that you would have during Memorial Day, there is kind of a dessert that I think I could recommend for everybody. And I did this for Christmas. I did little mini cheesecakes in their individual ramekins. But I also have seen this really awesome kind of recipe for cheesecakes, individual cheesecakes that you can make in a muffin tin. So you actually would get literally like little inserts for the muffins. You put them in the tin, you fill them with the graham cracker crumb, and then you fill it with the cheesecake. And of course, you can add fruits if you want, or if you want to add a little peanut butter or a little bit of chocolate to make it a different style, you can do that. And that might be something that everybody may look at to kind of say, this might be a good thing to do. Another quick option, if you're looking to bring like a dessert, there is a lot of stores nowadays will sell cannoli chips. And really what it is it's literally just chips of the cannoli shells that you would get when you get like an Italian cannoli. And a lot of times they come with either in a bag where you can just spread it out, or it'll come with an actual container full of the cannoli dip, the cannoli cheese, the filling, and you just kind of do it and you scoop it in and out. Might be a good thing to bring. A lot of people love cannolis. It saves you a little bit of time and money making them or whatnot, or going to an Italian bakery to buy them. But I know Wegmans is a local, establishment, or nationwide chain. Wegmans has them. I know other stores, a lot of grocery stores are starting to pick them up and carry them now because it's starting to become like a real fun item that everybody likes during holidays and things like that. So check out anything that you have at your local store, and go nuts, go crazy making stuff if you're going to a party or if you're going to be going to a barbecue or anything like that. It's getting to be the summertime. Everybody's going to be looking to have a lot of fun times, and food is always good when you're having fun times. That's going to wrap it up for this week here on Can Keithie Take the Heat. I want to thank you so much for joining me again. We're going to be going back to the cookbook soon, so be on the lookout for that. Listen to everything that we do here on the Backbone Wrestling Network. Also, like I said, North-South Connection Podcast Network and the Place to Be Nation, both the wrestling feed and the pop feed. But please listen to everything that we do here on the Backbone. We are doing all this stuff. No one's getting paid for anything. We're doing it because we love it, and we love you guys. And thank you for watching me on YouTube. You can hear all of our podcasts on our YouTube channel as well. So keep it up. Keep on keeping on. So for Keithie, this is Can Keithie Take the Heat? Mangiare.